A major new housing development would add thousands of homes in Cape Coral on land that's not being used for anything.
But there's one problem. More than half the property off Burnt Store Road near Jacaranda has wetlands, which are home to 3 different endangered species. Fox 4's Rob Manch talked to neighbors in the area about their concerns for protecting this piece of paradise. He's out there live. Rob?
Well, yeah, I'm standing just off of Burnt Store Road in Cape Coral. This is a spot that thousands of drivers pass by every single day, and most of them probably don't pay any notice to this big metal fence behind me or the no trespassing sign. But this spot could soon become very popular because the land just behind that fence could soon become 3,800 homes. On the other side of the 1,200-acre property, the sound of cars dies away, and the sound of birds becomes clearer. This tranquility is something Pasha Donaldson is trying to preserve.
All of us love Cape Coral, so be careful what you wish for.
Donaldson spoke out at last week's city council meeting. She's worried about what thousands of new homes could do to this untouched landscape.
I realize you can't stop development, but you can do smart development. And when you have wetlands that are so precious to Florida, it's so important that those wetlands remain, that they're not disturbed.
Donaldson is right to be concerned. More than half of this property is currently designated as wetland, 700 acres of natural habitat that the developer, G.A. Pinnacle Cape Coral LLC, admits will be disturbed at least somewhat. Now, we're not in Cape Coral anymore. We're on the campus of FGCU, and this...
And that's what those big trees are.
...is Dr. Bill Mitch. He researches wetlands for a living.
It's not a coincidence that we are talking about losing wetlands in southwest Florida, which we lost a gigantic amount of wetlands, and the red tide and the blue-green algae. They are absolutely correlated.
Mitch says wetlands are like the kidneys of the environment. They filter our waterways.
You take these wetlands away and we're toast as far as algal blooms.
But of course, there's another side to consider.
Where's Burnt Store?
The developer wouldn't speak to me, so I spoke with a housing expert.
The influx of people that want to live in Cape Coral is unreal, and the housing for them is really tough to find.
Bonnie Schnell is the executive director of Cape Coral Housing. She says any new addition of houses might bring prices down.
It would help equal it out, and there's always a need for new housing.
The state is currently reviewing the proposal, but soon it'll be brought back to City Council. Then they'll have a decision to make.
I would ask that this council think about the future.
And of course, there are other concerns. In addition to the loss of wetland, the developer did a study of this property and found there's 3 endangered species on it, including the gopher tortoise. Then there's also traffic concerns. The study found that if the development goes into place, it could add more than 20,000 car trips a day to roads just like Burnt Store. Now, we don't have a timeline yet for when the state plans to send that study back to the city for a final vote. In Cape Coral, Rob Manch, Fox 4, in your corner.